That must have been quite the welfare office.
It was. Everyone had a poignant story. They're writing the play of their own accord.
No notes, no outline.
It's not a thriller, Sydney. It's not dependent on contrived theatrics and intricate plotting. These are real people. All I'm doing is bringing them on and letting them spill their dreams and frustrations. Their anger at the bureaucracy.
Joe Pat will have a messenger at the door any minute.
I was thinking of him as a possible producer. Do you know him?
Slightly. Let me see a few pages.
Sure, if you'd like to. But I'd really rather wait for the finished draft. I can give you the whole thing in one glorious bundle. Do you mind?
Of course not. It's another hour or two.
I think it's going to be about 3 or 4 weeks.
You'll have a trilogy by then.
Nothing doing?
I'm thinking.
Why don't you give her a call? Tendor. Maybe talking to her will spark something.
Do you think we should risk having her on the premises?
Well, maybe not when the moon is full. Any other time, why not? I mean, look at the egg she laid on the Prescott show.
Oh, yes. She got all rattled when the amazing Kreskin described all her husbands in such great detail. Had any calls lately?
Oh, Belle Forster called before you came down. She said she wanted to come over and sew a button or make us a casserole or something. I told her we were doing just fine by ourselves.
We don't want to break the flow now, do we? Porter, come on in.
How are you, Sydney?
Doing well, thank you.
There's a couple things I'd like to talk to you about. Am I disturbing you?
No, not at all. I actually appreciate it breaking into the work. How come you're not in the city?
I'm going to be in New Haven this afternoon. Secretary?
Yes,
My, what a fast typist.
he is. Clifford? Clifford Anderson. This is my friend, Porter Milgram.
How do you do?
How do you do, sir?
I would say my attorney, but then he would bill me.
I'm going to anyway. This is a business call. Partly, at least.
So Clifford was at the seminar last July. He asked me then about a secretarial position. When Myra passed on, I really need someone to help me. So I called Clifford. The next day, here he was.
Have typewriter, we'll travel.
Well, that was very good of you.
Oh, it's a pleasure being of help to someone like Mr. Brule.
My, look at that. Isn't this a beauty?
It's a partner's desk.
Where did you find it?
Up in Richfield the other day.
Must have cost a pretty penny.
It's deductible.
Yes, they very well can't quibble about a writer's desk, can they?
Yeah.
Wait till Elizabeth sees this.
Oh, how is she?
Fine.
And the girls.
Couldn't be better. Kathy loves Vassal.
Vice versa, I'm sure. Come on, let's sit down.
Do you want me to go ahead and get the groceries now? That way you and Mr. Milgram can talk in private?
Do you mind?
No. I gotta do it before dinner anyway, so I might as well.
Porter, I'll be right back. Just a minute.
Take your time. I haven't started the clock yet. Just love this room.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a pleasure working here.
He's looking quite well.
Yes, he's picked up a lot in the last few days. The first week was the worst. He cried every night. I could hear him plainly. And he was drinking pretty heavily.
Oh.
But he'll pull through. His work is a great great solace to him.
I'm sure it must be. I've always envied my writer clients on that account. I tried to play once.
Oh yeah?
About a Supreme Court justice I most admire. But even the title was a problem. Frankfurter.
Is 20 enough?
That's too much. All I need are salad things and milk. I'm gonna go to Gibson's.
Pick up some yogurt. Anything but prune.
Okay. You're not in the driveway, are you?
No, I pulled over on the side.
Okay, well, it was nice meeting you, or I'll see you later. Whichever one it happens to be.
I'm sure we'll see each other again. Pleasant young fellow. Good looking, too.
Yes. Do you think he's gay? Homosexual?
I know what gay means, Sidney. Elizabeth told me long ago. And no, he didn't strike me that way.
Just had a stinking suspicion he might be. But I guess as long as he does his work well, it's really none of my business, is it?
Well, in essence, he is a domestic employee, and under such circumstances, his sexual preference could be legitimate.
I wasn't asking for your legal opinion. I was just saying it's really none of my business.
Then no, it isn't.
I am doing well, though. I appreciate you coming by. Who sent you?
Are you working on anything now?
Yes. A new play about ESP. Helga Tindorp is a neighbor of ours, you know.
Oh, yes, I do. Is it true what everyone's saying that... You mind talking about this?
No, go ahead.
Is it true she actually pointed to the spot on the floor where Myra was going to fall?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. All she did was come in to say there's pain. There's great pain in this lady's chest. And Myra said there's a slight pain. She said, well, with your history, you should go see the doctor. Which is what I've been telling Myra for days.
It's uncanny being able to sense things like that. I think you'd be able to write a very fine thriller on the subject.
It's coming along. My work is a great solace to me. Business time?
Yes. First thing I want to talk to you about is your will. Now that Myra's gone, you want to look it over. If anything should happen to you, your cousins in Vancouver would inherit. Do you want to leave it that way?
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
Don't put it off. And this is the second item. It's just an approximate, but because I don't have current up-to-date appraisals on the real estate yet, but that's what you can anticipate. Give or take a few $1,000s.
I had no idea there was this much.
And Myra must have been keeping a few secrets. She knew. Her records were in apple pie order.
How much of this is the government going to grab?
Not much, really. The first $250,000 are exempt from federal taxes, and state taxes, which start at $50,000, are only a few percent. There's one more thing, Sidney. I was talking to Murray Escher at the planning board meeting last night. He mentioned you spoke to him about selling off a few acres?
I probably won't now.
You can't. Not yet, anyway. You have to wait until the will goes through probate.
I know that. I was just asking him what he thought I could get.
Then he was jumping the gun, not you. I just wanted to make sure you were clear on that point. In the business, you've gotten off cheap.
I'm lucky.
So what's the procedure here? You dictate and he types?
No, I do all my own typing, and he, of course, retypes the finished product and of course, the letters.
Is that what he was working on before, the letters?
No, a play of his own.
Ah, the seminar, of course.
Yes, half a dozen people in that welfare office complaining about their problems that I'm going to spend an evening with.
That's a shame. He worked in a welfare office?
Yes, that's what he did.
But I saw him locking something in his drawer.
Really?
Is that common what he was working on? He's trying to keep it a secret?
No, I doubt that. I want to listen to a play about welfare.
You don't think he's trying to steal your ESP idea?
Hardly.
I guess working in a welfare office, it must be force of habit locking his desk. Working in such a large office.
Working in a large office, unobtrusively? I don't think so. I worked in a large office and say, "Look, everyone, I'm locking my desk."
It just may be his way of doing things. I'm sorry if I've worried you. Suspicious legal mind? I'm sure he's exactly what he appears to be. An honest and helpful young man. Completely trustworthy.
Yes, probably.
Well, I must be going if I'm going to be in New Haven at noon. Trustee's luncheon at Old Eli. Have you gotten a check from the insurance company yet?
No, not yet.
I'll write them a letter first thing in the morning.
I appreciate that a lot.
Will you come have dinner with us?
Another month or so, I'll be into socializing.
Good enough. Well, take care.
Give my love to Elizabeth.
I will.
And the girls. Old world craftsman! Feces! That didn't take long at all.
I went to Gibson's.
Let me get that for you.
It's okay, I don't mind.
No, you pick up, I put away. Get back to the welfare office.
God forbid. Changes in the bowl. The avocado's supposed to be organic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Cliff, would you give me a hand in the kitchen, please?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Hey, wait.
There you are. I need those Olympic fingers of yours.
Beer? Now?
Well, had a sudden mad cravings, as in the commercials. Sorry, I sugared a bit.
You know, you can use an opener on those.
Really?
Yeah, doesn't it say so on the bottle?
Who do they expect to breed these? Roaches? No taste for intricate plotting or glib superficial characters. Want to do something real, meaningful, socially relevant.
Hey, cut it out, will you? Your ideals aren't coming.
Possibly.
Just relax. And don't try and bug me. It'll come.
Deathtrap, a thriller in 2 acts. Characters Julian Crane, Doris Crane, Willard Peterson, and Inga Van Bronk. And the action takes place in Julian Crane's study in the Crane home in Westport, Connecticut.
You have one hell of a nerve stealing my folder.
Setting Julian Crane's study in a handsomely converted stable grafted onto an authentic colonial house. Door upstage right, open into a foyer, which he reaches to the house's front door, enters into the living room, kitchen, and stairway to the 2nd floor. French doors upstage right, open out to a shrubbery-flanked patio. Upstage center, a fieldstone fireplace, practical to the extent that papers can be burned in. The room's furnishings are tastefully chosen antiques. A few chairs, occasional pieces, a buffet upstage right with liquor decanters, and the focus of the room, Julian's desk. You remember Julian's desk, don't you? The one he had before he took in crazy Willard Peterson? Patterned draperies at the French doors. The room is decorated with framed theatrical posters. Unlike these, which are window cards, not posters. And a collection of guns, handcuffs, maces, broadswords, battle axes, several I'm going to make use of at any minute.
Oh, was that it? You're not going to act out the 11 pages? Do you want me to explain?
What's to explain? You're a lunatic with a death wish. Freud covered it thoroughly.
I have the exact same wish you do. A success wish.
This is going to bring you success?
Yes. I thought of it that night. Remember, I added that extra bit in while you were looking for the key? I think it could make a terrific thriller.
In which someone like you and someone like me give someone like Myra a fatal heart attack.
Yes, in Act 1.
And what, pray tell, is your definition of success? Being gangbanged in the shower at the state penitentiary?
See, I knew you'd have reservations about it. That's why my first instinct was to say it wasn't even a thriller. I haven't enjoyed putting you on, Sydney.
You knew.
I'm glad it's out in the open.
You knew I would have reservations?
Well, you do, don't you?
The house madman is writing a play that's going to send up both of us to prison.
It won't.
I am standing here terrified, petrified, horrified, crapping my pants, and he calls that having reservations. I'm not going to use one of those on you. I'm going to beat you to death with Roger's the Towers.
No one can prove what did or didn't cause Myra's heart attack. Look, if I could change things, I would. But I can't. It has to be a playwright. Who else could pretend to get a finished work that's going to make them a ton of money?
A novelist, a composer. Why am I even discussing this?
A surefire smash hit symphony. No. And would a novelist or composer know where to get a garrote that squirts blood? Or how to stage a convincing murder? And it has to be a playwright that writes thrillers because Arthur Miller probably has old sample cases on his wall. I guess I could make it Wilton instead of Westport.
Why make it anywhere? Why make it?
It's there, Sydney!
That's mountains, not plains. Plains aren't there till some asshole writes them.
Don't you stop and think. Stop! Think for a minute about that night. Try and see it from an audience's perspective. Everything we did to convince Myra she was witnessing a real murder would have the exact same effect on them. Weren't we putting on a play? Didn't we write it and rehearse it? Wasn't she our audience? Scene 1. Julian tells Doris about this amazing plate he just received in the mail, and he jokes about killing for it. So he calls Willard and invites him over. Audience thinks the same thing that Doris thinks. Julian might kill Willard. Scene 2. Everything that happened from the minute we walked in that door. All the little ups and downs we added in to make it ring true. The I'm expecting a phone call bit. Everything. Tuned up a bit, of course. And then there's the strangling, which frightens the audience as much as it does Doris.
No wonder you didn't need an outline.
It's all up here, every bit of it. Scene 3, Inga von Brunk. A few laughs, right? I mean, it can't hurt. And then Julian and Doris start making their way towards the stairs, and it seems as though the act is going to draw to a sort of so-so close. And then, POW! In comes Willard, out from the grave, seeking vengeance! Shock? Surprise? Then Doris has her heart attack, and Julian gets up from the fake beating, and the audience realizes that Julian and Willard are in cahoots, and there is no surefire smash hit thriller, and Willard's moving in. The curtain is Julian burning the manuscripts, or calling the doctor. I'm not sure which. Now be honest, isn't that a surefire Act 1?
And what's an intermission? 20 years to life?
No one can prove it really happened, Sydney. They can't. How can they?
And what do you say to the man from the Times when he says, don't you work for Sidney Brule? And didn't his wife die of a heart attack about the same time you arrived?
No comment.
Oh my God!
Listen, Sydney, I know it's going to be sticky, but, well, everybody's opening up about everything these days. In print and on TV. Why not on stage? As long as it can't be proved. Look, I've given it a lot of thought, and I think it'll help the play. Give it an added dimension of intriguing gossip.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you're right. I can see the box in the New York Magazine now. Tongues are wagging about the interesting similarities between the new hit play Deathtrap and its author, Clifford Anderson, and his employer, Sidney Brule, who committed suicide on opening night. When queried, Mr. Anderson said, no comment. Well, I've got a comment for you, Cliff. No, absolutely, definitely no. I've got a name and reputation, tattered as it may, but it's still good for box seats, dinner invitations, and the occasional summer seminar. I want to be remembered as the author of The Murder Game, not the fag who knocked off his wife. Why, look, a fieldstone fireplace. I wonder if it's practical to the extent that paper can be burned.
Don't you dare! If you burn that, I go out of here and I write it again somewhere else. I'll get a house sitting job. Give it here. Give it, Sydney! I helped you kill to become what I want to be. And you are not going to take that away from me now. I hoped when I gave you the final draft, you'd be impressed enough to get over your Angel Street uptightness and pitch in. But I guess we can forget about that. my baby. And I know that scene 1 is coming out a bit heavy and stilted. But I hoped that we could be a team.
I just can't see you collaborating on my public humiliation.
Next season's hit. Don't say I didn't ask. I think maybe I should move out anyway.
Why?
Well, Helga Tindorp said a woman was going to use the dagger again because of a play. Maybe she wasn't that far off.
Don't be silly. I love you. I would never think about harming you. Besides, you'd break my neck.
You're goddamn right.
So don't think about leaving now.
I don't know, Sydney. I'm not going to be comfortable with you being so unhappy about all this.
I'll whistle a lot. Maybe I am being old-fashioned and uptight.
Yeah, you are. I mean, these days, geez, who cares about anything?
I certainly could use the royalties from a good smash hit.
I think there's a movie in it, too.
Porter gave me the numbers on Myra's estate. It's much less than I thought. Only $20,000. And the government's going to grab half of that. The insurance isn't much either.
Well, the offer's still open.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Do you mean it?
Roland Anderson.
Great! And, hey, we'll make it, instead of Westport.
To hell with it. Make it Westport. Let people talk.
Jesus. Just think, me, Clifford Anderson, collaborating with the Sydney Rule.
That's from Act 1.
Act 2 is going to be a problem.
How so?
Well, we've got the murder in Act 1, 2 murders in effect. I'm afraid Act 2 is going to be a bit of a letdown.
Not necessarily.
Well, we'll add in a detective, of course, the 5th character. I was thinking of a Connecticut version of the one from Dial M.
Inspector Hubbard.
Yes, and Inga von Bronk should make another appearance. A good comedic character like that, it would be a shame to waste it.
You continue drafting Act 1. Let me do a little thinking about Act 2.
Come on in. Mr. Rule isn't here right now.
I've gone to the wood. He's left to walk.
He should be back any minute.
You are?
Clifford Anderson, his secretary.
I am Helga Tendor. I am excited.
Yes, I know. Mr. Rules told me all about you. I understand. You predicted his wife's death.
Yeah. There's much pain. Right here. I am in this room. Such a nice lady. So sad. He is well, Mr. Brew.
Yes, fine. He went out to dinner. The first time since... he said he'd be back by 10. It's about quarter after now.
Will be big storm. Wind and rain. Lightning and thunder. Trees will fall.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was on radio. I come to borrow candles. Got money in house. You have?
I don't know. I haven't seen any, but I'm sure there are some. Why don't you have a seat?
Thank you.
And I'll go look.
You wear boots.
Yeah. Everybody does these days. They're very comfortable.
You are for a long time secretary to Miss Abreu.
No. I got here about 3 weeks ago, right after Miss Brule died. I'll go look for those candles.
Oh, my. What's a bore? That bore.
Mr. Brule! Helga Tendorp is here.
Oh, hello.
Miss Abreu.
Did you get my note?
Ah, thank you.
And yours was most kind. And the flowers.
Do we have any candles? There's a storm blowing up out there. Miss Tendorp came to borrow some.
Yes, I believe Myra keeps some above the refrigerator. If not there, on the shelf on the landing, in a gray cardboard box. I saw you on the Griffin show. It really didn't go very well. What is it?
It's not I warn you of. Money won't tax you.
God, I completely forgot your prediction. I think Myra's death.
Easy. Candles are not why I come. I'm making candles. But now, tonight, I feel danger. And in this room, you mustn't have it here.
I will. I've been considering it and had a discussion with my attorney this evening.
Darling! Smith Corona! Is this?
Yeah. Yes.
But naturally, Corona, not Corona. This is why I see across the black man's face working. You must send this man away tonight.
I will. I'll do it right away. Are you sure you saw him attacking me?
It was that image on TV. So sharp.
Oh, Clifford, come on in.
Thank you. I'll take two.
You're welcome to take more.
No.
It really is blowing up out there.
Yeah. Sometimes they are right with their predictions. I should say.
No, it's okay. Are you sure you'll be able to get home fine? It's really blowing up out there.
Golden wood is less to walk.
It's quite dark. Will you be able to make your way? See?
I have to
Well, goodbye.
Good night. My daughter! She is pregnant! For so many years they tried. So many doctors they go to, and now they make me grandmother. The dog! I must call and tell her.
She told you I'm the man in boots that attacks you?
Yes.
She noticed just before you came in. You told her I used a styrofoam log and not one of the weapons, right?
Didn't find it advisable to give her that piece of information. No, I've been telling her you've been giving me karate lessons and we've been attacking each other all over the place. The closer you stay to the truth, the better off you are.
Well, finished Act 1.
Well, you've got a lot more done than I have this evening.
I ended it with Julian calling the doctor.
I don't think he can live without her.
What? Well, he wants the doctor to think he's upset, doesn't he?
Well, your dialogue's a bit Tin Pan Alley, but your timing couldn't be better. I've got Act 2 ready to go.
Terrific.
It's just a few bits of things we need to work out. If they do, I'll give you every scene thing seen by scene. There's lots of surprises.
I can't wait to hear it.
It's really blowing up out there. Got Hurricanes Alistair Zelda. Would you go upstairs and check the windows, please? Make sure they're locked it tight.
Yeah. How many scenes are there?
There's 3. As in Act 1, I like that sort of symmetry.
All windows closed. What are the bits of business?
Well, in the final scene, as you say, back to back, we've got Julian and Hubbard. Crazy Willard Peterson. He's outed Julian. We've got Willard come to beard Julian in his den. Julian gets upset and mad and shoots Inspector Hubbard in his left arm. But there's only one bullet. So Julian needs to go upstage to the weapons on the wall in order to finish his business. The question is, can a one-armed inspector stop a relatively healthy, middle-aged playwright? The answer had better be no. Are you ready to do this?
Do what?
Come over here. I'm going to act it out.
Let's start.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You've got to try harder than that.
Oh, that would look convincing, I think.
I wouldn't convince a theater party. Let's try it again. Put more effort into it. You ready? Maybe I should be Hubbard, you should be Julian.
Oh, I thought I'd tear your shirt.
We're not going to let a 5-year-old shirt stand in the way of us trying to be rich and famous.
Can't we just let the director and actors work it out?
That is not the way professional playwrights operate, dum-dum. Professional playwrights don't let the scene go until they know absolutely sure it's going to be a hit. Now let's show them why Brule and Anderson are going to go down in theatrical history. Let's do it again. A little more gusto this time. Are you ready?
Look at your shirt! And mine. Jesus. Oh. And I scratched your neck.
I'll survive. This next part is quite a bit less strenuous and a bit more brief.
I'm glad of that.
This time, I'm Hubbard, and you're Julian. Come over by the wall. Grab the axe. Doesn't look natural that way.
Feels natural.
Try it another way. first way. Now, put the axe on the floor. And turn around slowly. And stand still. It's time for the device, Clifford. 10 seconds over. We've reached the theater. Verite. Oh, the gun from gunpoint. But no blanks as used in the Act2 Lyceum, though. Real bullets, courtesy of Messrs. Remington. I loaded it last night when you were asleep. I can't see it any other way to make this play and not go out into the world. I had a conversation with my attorney last night. Order. I asked him to have you checked out in Hartford. Of course, he found a few blots on your record. Precisely the same ones you told me about. And he feels that justifies the unease I've been having about you. So I came home, gave you your notice. You became abusive and violent. Fortunately, I had my loaded pistol, which I have license to carry and authorized to protect myself. Oh, I'm so sorry, Clifford. I really hoped that we would have become the team of Brule and Anderson. Fortunately, it's only going to be Brule. I'm out of dialogue. You go.
What can I say? I'm not gonna beg.
I hoped you'd promise to be a steam painter or something.
Would you believe me?
No.
Then, hoping you'll take pity on a pretty face.
God, I shall miss you so very much, Clifford. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Sydney. I thought a click would be anticlimactic. So, how about blanks this morning while I was getting bullets for this one? Sit down, dum-dum. Sit down! Peripetia? Reversal? You talked about it the first day of the seminar. An important element of all drama. Put that down. See, I had this problem. I had this wonderful first act, and I couldn't think of a second act. That is very frustrating, especially since I'm sharing a bed and board with the old master plotter himself, Sidney Brule, the author of The Murder Game, and In for the Kill, which I consider a much more elegant construction.
That makes two of us.
At present, yes. Be my guest.
You mean put them on?
Oh, that's what I mean.
What are you going to do?
Continue gloating. Through the arm of the chair. Don't play dumb. Through the arm! So, there I am with my problem. Sydney's not going to help me with it, not willingly. This I know from square one. Sydney uses 3 types of deodorant and 4 types of mouthwash. Not for him the whiff of scandal. But, is there a way for me to harness that 17-jewel brain of his and set it all out to work for me? All unwittingly? So I began writing. And every time I left the desk, I inconspicuously locked that drawer. So inconspicuously, apparently, that for a day and a half, smart Sydney didn't even notice. Then dull old Porter came in. Thank God. Same with the embarrassment of leaving a loose page lying around.
You're an asshole, you know that!
You want to say that into the microphone? So there we were. Brule and Anderson. I write, and Sydney thinks. I didn't sleep much. What, last night, for instance? Hardly got a wink. What with all the tiptoeing that was going on out here? That's okay, though. I'll make it up next week. Thank you for Act 2. There is no Inspector Hubbard. Julian's lawyer is the fifth character. Really, I'm in your debt. Scene 1. Julian finds out Willard is writing the real Deathtrap about Doris' murder. We change names, of course. And Julian pretends he'll collaborate, but then has his friend Peter Pilgrim, or whatever, check out Willard, knowing full well there are false and unfair charges to be found. Scene 2. Julian sets Willard up for what'll look like a murder in self-defense by getting him to enact the bits of business for the play. That is beautiful, Sydney! Everything we just did, it'll play like a dream. I never would have thought of it. I'm honestly in your debt. And then Julian shoots Willard, who's basically just an innocent kid that Julian led astray. You bastard! And at the very next moment, Inga von Bronk and Peter Pilgrim come in. She's called in because she's been having vibes all night. They met at Doris' funeral, of course. Willard lives just long enough to tell the truth about himself and about Julian and about Doris' murder. And then Julian shoots himself. Curtain.
What? No, scene 3.
About what? They're both dead. Play's over.
It just seemed a little bit empty and unsatisfying. Just uncuff me, and I'd be happy to take a little bit more for you.
No thanks. I think I'll manage to fill in the holes. No, I'm going to go upstairs and pack and call a taxi. And I'm taking any money I can find. When I get done and I come downstairs and the taxi is at the door, I'll give you the keys. You'll tell everyone that you came home and you gave me my notice and I accepted it with grace and charm. And if you say I stole anything, or you hassle me in any way, you'll be opening up a very messy can of peas. How about that? A little bit of Angel Street to keep you company out there. Maybe I'll find some rubies upstairs. See you anon.
Oh, Claire, those were Houdini apartment. My name is Brule. I live on Rabbit Hill Road. I've just killed my secretary. He was coming at me with an axe. That's right. And wait till you hear this part. You're gonna think I'm drunk, but I'm stone cold sober. I killed him with a medieval crossbow. It was the only thing I had. I assure you it isn't. Come on, Al, you'll see. You better bring some flashlights. It's Brule. B-R-U-H-L. Sydney. Oh, how nice of you to know. His name was Clifford Anderson.
They killed Mrs. Brule.
What? She died of a heart attack.
The pain she feels is that she sees Brule kill boy.
Now, hold on a minute. The boy
Be
didn't...
quiet! Brule shows her play for boy. It's good play. Boy comes. Brule kills boy. Tight around neck. She helps carry boy out. Pain brings me. But now I am gone. And boy, he is from grave with log. No, no. I tried to stop. She dies.
My God. A fake murder to bring about a real one? Are you sure that's what happened? I was kind of surprised the boy coming in on such short notice.
Was no play.
It wasn't?
But now boy writes one. All they have done. Brule discovers.
I saw the boy locking his drawer.
Will bring shame to Brule this play.
Play? About them? Killing Myra? I'll bet he was afraid.
Pretends to help. Tricks boy into taking axe. And shoots with gun? Yeah, but he's no bullet. Boy has tricked him to make more of play. Chains will go, but chains come apart.
The Houdini set.
Shoots boy with arrow on stairs.
And drags him in by the axe?
Burns play.
The ashes in the fireplace.
Calls police.
And while he was speaking,
Boy pulls arrow from chest and attacks. Just as I saw 4 weeks ago.
my God, what a story. That's better than the murder game.
You are thinking. It could be played.
It has the feel of one, doesn't it? I mean, everything happening in one room. 5 characters.
Deathtrap.
Hey, that's a catchy title. Couldn't write Frankfurter, but maybe I could write Deathtrap.
I see a theater. Inside, much applause. Outside, long lines of ticket buyers shivering in the cold.
My goodness, that's encouraging.
But it's my idea.
Your idea? How can you say that? I mean, it was Sydney's and the boys' idea. They lived it.
But if I not tell you, you not know.
That's true. And you did give me a title which I may or may not use.
We share money, half and half.
Are you serious? I'm going home and working nights and weekends for months. Maybe even give up my vacation. All you did was come in here and touch the furniture for 2 minutes. If I do decide to...
You will not share money. I tell people about telephone.
Telephone?
You speak through a handkerchief. Say dirty things to all your friends in a high voice. For shame, important lawyer like you with a wife and 2 daughters. No, 3 daughters. Do make such telephonings.
You interfering busybody?
Be careful,
Bitch.
not this sharp. I warn you, Amsterdam police have told me something this.
Whore.
I warn you, this knife is short.
Dutch
I am
pervert.
more than not afraid. You may not realize all the work that goes into a production of this kind, even though we're only in front of you for 2 nights. All of the stage, the concept, the making it happen, the props, the technical, with the light and the sound, everything is due to that man on the star side. We truly appreciate you having come out this evening. We realize that there's a lot of things you could choose to do with your time, and we're so grateful that you spent quite a few hours with us tonight. And again, we do hope to see you in September. If I do not have your email, please give it to me, and we will stay in touch that way, let you know about upcoming auditions and other events that we're having.
Now close your eyes, just little lights go out.